Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you'll turn to page 128, 128, in the middle of the page. Yidid nefesh av harachaman, Yidid nefesh av harachaman, mishoch avtecha. Eretzonecha mishoch avdecha, la 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 la, Eretzonecha yamt avdecha kemo ayam yishtachavei la 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 el mul hadarecha. Yidid nefesh av harachaman, Yidid nefesh av harachaman, mishoch avdecha eretzonecha mishoch avdecha, la 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 la, eretzonecha yavutz avdecha kemo ayam yishtachavei la 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 el mul hadarecha. The very top of that same page, 128. How good and wonderful it is that all of us are sitting here together. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Page 120, if you'll turn back there, you'll find our blessings for lighting our Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Page 130, we make our way through a section of our service called Kabbalat Shabbat. Kabbalat Shabbat takes us on a journey away from the busyness of the week and into the peace and the quiet and the restfulness of Shabbat. We use 6 different psalms. They're almost all in the 90s in the book of Psalms that are psalms of praises of God. We then sing a prayer called Lecha Dodi, our bridge out of the week and into Shabbat. And then finally a 7th psalm, a psalm of Shabbat, to make a full complement for each day of the week. We begin on page 130, Psalm 95, Lechu neranan al Adonai, let us sing joyfully to God. Lechu neranina, lechu neranina, lechu neranina al Adonai, lechu neranina, lechu neranina, lechu neranina al Adonai. Naria, Bitsur Yishin, Nikadma Fanav Bitoda. Naria, Bitsur Yishinu, Ismiro Urialo, Lechuneranina, 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 Radonai, Lechuneranina, 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 Radonai. From Psalm 96 on page 131. That bottom paragraph in the Hebrew, Yismechu Hashamayim, let the heavens be joyful. V'tagel haaretz, and let the earth be happy. Yiram hayam, let the sea also be filled with happiness. Umilo'o, and all that fill it. The psalm speaks of the idea of all of God's creation, giving thanks for the creation of itself and all of the universe. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umelo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umelo. Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. From Psalm 97, page 132, 4 lines from the bottom of the page. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, light will be sown for the righteous. Will Yishrei Lev Simcha, and for those who are good-hearted, there will be joy. If we are people who make ourselves righteous, and if we are people who are good-hearted, we will be rewarded with light and with joy. 4 lines from the bottom of the Hebrew. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Yishrei Lev Simcha. Lai 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 lai. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Or Zarua Lat Tzadik, Yishrei Lev Simcha. Page 133, Psalm 98. We'll read together in the English at the bottom of the page. A psalm. Sing to Adonai a new song, for God has worked wonders. God's right hand, God's holy arm has won God victory. Adonai has manifested God's victory, has displayed God's triumph in the sight of the nations. God was mindful of God's steadfast love and faithfulness toward the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth beheld the victory of our God. Raise a shout to Adonai, all the earth. Break into joyous songs of praise. We sing another one of those joyous songs of praise, from Psalm 99 on page 135. Near the bottom of the psalm, it says, Romamu Adonai Eloheinu, we exalt Adonai our God. V'hishtachavu lahar kodsho, and we bow ourselves down at God's holy mountain. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, because Adonai our God is holy, and therefore we try to make ourselves holy as well. Bottom of 135. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahar kocho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kocho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kocho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kocho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kocho. On page 136 and 137, Psalm 29 speaks of God's power in the universe. We'll read the entire psalm together in the English on both pages, and then we'll sing the last couple of lines together in the Hebrew. A psalm of David. Ascribe to Adonai, O divine beings. Ascribe to Adonai glory and strength. Ascribe to Adonai the glory of God's name. Bow down to Adonai, majestic in holiness. The voice of Adonai is over the waters. The God of glory thunders Adonai over the mighty waters. The voice of Adonai is power. The voice of Adonai is majesty. The voice of Adonai breaks cedars. Adonai shatters the cedars of Lebanon. God makes Lebanon skip like a calf, Sirion like a young wild ox. The voice of Adonai kindles flames of fire. The voice of Adonai convulses the wilderness. Adonai convulses the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of Adonai causes hinds to calve and strips forests bare. While in God's temple all say glory. Adonai sat enthroned at the flood. Adonai sits enthroned sovereign forever. May Adonai grant strength to God's people. May Adonai bestow on God's people well-being. Those last two lines of the English and the Hebrew. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Lai 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 Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Lai 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 Page 138 and 139, Lecha Dodi, a poem from about 500 years ago or so. The idea of welcoming in the Shabbat bride, this vision of kind of a spiritual wedding, so to speak, that Shabbat would be the bride and the Jewish people would be the groom. And as we do at a wedding, when the bride comes in, we'll stand up when we get to the 9th verse. But we'll sing verses 1 and 2 on page 138, verses 5 and 9 on page 139. Lecha, lecha dodi, likrat, likrat kala, penei, penei, Shabbat nikabela, lecha, lecha dodi, likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela la 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 la. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor v'diburecha. Hishmianu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shimo echad. V'shemu tiferet v'litki la 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 la. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. Ki hi makor habracha. Merosh mikedem nesucha. Zuf ma'aseh v'machshavat la 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 la. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Verse number 5. Oreri, Kivarech, Kumi Uri, Shir Dabiri, Kivod Adonai Alai, la 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 la, Lecha dodi, likrat kala, Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. We all rise, we face the door. Welcome in the image of the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret bala. Gam b'simcha uv'tzola. Tochem re'am sigla. Boi chala la 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 la. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela la 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 la. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei pnei Shabbat nikabela. We've greeted Shabbat, so we'll greet each other. You can put your books down for a moment and turn to the people around you and wish everyone in the room Shabbat Shalom. And for those of you joining us on TempleShalom.com live or on our YouTube channel, Shabbat Shalom to all of you at home as well. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. As we find our seats, we turn in our Siddur, in our prayer book, to page 140. Psalm 92, a psalm of Shabbat that the Levites would sing all the way back in the ancient times of the temple, and we still do to this day on Shabbat. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, let us sing a song of Shabbat. Tov Lehodot L'Adonai. It is good to give thanks to God. U'Lezamer L'Shimcha Elyon, and to sing of God's name in the high places. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov Lehodot L'Adonai. U'Lezamer L'Shimcha Elyon, Lezamer L'Shimcha Elyon. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל עלי היגיון וחיור, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך ארני, מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני מאוד, עמקו מחשבותיך, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, לזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, לזמר לשמך עליון. Page 142. As the Kabbalistic world came to be a few hundred years ago, they spoke of this idea that on Shabbat, every one of us would have an extra guardian, an angel that would watch over us on Shabbat and over our souls. On Shabbat, we have an extra one of those angels, they thought. And this poem came about from that idea that these angels that watch over us and protect us during Shabbat, we say, bless you, come in peace, and bless us in peace. And when you go at the end of Shabbat, go in peace until we see you again another week. Page 142. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzidchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We move from our Kabbalat Shabbat into the main section of our evening service with Chatzi Kaddish, page 144. By the way, for my UCCS students, I know this page looks exactly like all the other pages we were looking at, but we're switching languages now. Maybe it's for some of the rest of you too, I don't know. But we're switching, we've been praying in Hebrew, we're now going to pray in Aramaic, and then on the next page we'll go back to Hebrew. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba B'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon Uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uv'izman ka'arivim eru Amen Yehei shmei rabba mevarach Le'alam u'lam me'almaya Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitpa'ar, Vitroman, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemi de Kudisha, Brichu, Le'elam in Kobir Chata, Vishirata, Tush Bechata, Venechemata, Dahamiran, Ba'alma, Vimeru, Amen. Page 146, we all rise for Baruch Hu, our invitation to pray together. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We can all be seated. As we turn the page to page 149, we give thanks for creation. We'll read some of the words of a poetic rendition of this prayer in Hebrew, and then we'll sing, or in English, and then we'll sing the last 3 lines of the prayer in Hebrew. We'll read together at the very top of the page. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sails of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night as heaven spans to infinity. You set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. We sing the last 3 lines of the Hebrew on page 148. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv HaRavim. Yai lai 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 lai. La, 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 la. Page 150. We give thanks for the gift of the Torah, for all of its lessons, for its pathway through life. In the middle of this prayer, we say, Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu. We say, because the words of the Torah, they are Chayenu, they are our life. The Orech Yamenu, and they're the length and the pathway of our days. We treasure each and every lesson that comes from the Torah that guides us as we make our way through a difficult world. Ahavat Olam, giving thanks for the gift of Torah, top of page 150. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael. Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokveinu v'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu orech yaminu uvahem nehege yomam velayla nehege yomam velayla ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olami Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael. Page 152 and 153. We join together in the words of Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta abam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam me'od al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha uv'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'hisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kiddushim le'loechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. On 155 we'll read it's not exactly a translation, but it's kind of a poetic rendition of the words we just chanted in Hebrew, so we can understand them better in the English. We'll read together. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. We come to the Ge'ulah as we turn to page 157. Ge'ulah, the prayer of redemption. We give thanks for our deliverance from Egypt. It was not that long ago that we celebrated the holiday of Pesach, of the Passover Seder, to celebrate that departure from Egypt. And we sing, when we turn to page 158 in a moment, we'll sing the ancient song of Mi Chamocha, of our deliverance as we walk through the Sea of Reeds. But to get us there, we read these words together at the top of 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. As we turn to page 158, we sing that marching song, Mi Chamocha, who is like you, God, who could deliver us from the depths of Egypt. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot osef ele, Torah tehilot osef ele. Malachutecha ra'u vanecha, ukei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze eli anu ve'amru, ze eli anu ve'amru. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai lo le'olam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גואל ישראל. Page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Lie us down, Adonai our God, in peace. V'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim, and make us rise up again tomorrow, our guardian to life. Protect us from enemy and illness and war and famine and sorrow. Keep us far from wrongdoing and deliver us to a place of peace. As we sleep through the night, spread a shelter of your peace over us, over Israel, over Jerusalem, over all of the world. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. The third line of the Hebrew. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha. The last three lines on the page. Baruch atah Adonai Aborei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Page 162. The people of Israel will keep Shabbat. We observe Shabbat in every generation because it is a sign between us and God to remind us that in 6 days God made the heavens and the earth. And on the seventh day, Shabbat v'yinafash, God ceased from all of the work and rested. The top of 162. Veshameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam b'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz u'v'yom Shavi'i. Shabbat, Shabbat, Vayinafash, Shabbat. Shabbat, Vayinafash. Shabbat, Shabbat, Vayinafash. V'shamiru, Shabbat. Shabbat, Vayinafash. V'shamu, Shabbat. Shabbat, Vayinafash. As we turn to page 164, we all rise. We come to the Amidah. Amidah means standing. We stand because this is, as if we could describe the service as if it were a human body, the Amidah is the spine. It's the center that holds everything together. We're going to chant a little zimun, a little meditation on page 164. We'll make our way then through the even pages through page 170 together. And then from 170 to 180, you can take time for your own prayers. You can either read the traditional Hebrew prayer or its translation on page 164 and the following even numbered pages. You can read the poetic renditions and the thoughts on the prayer, not the traditional words, but thoughts on the prayer on the odd numbered pages. Or when we get to the silent part, you can take your own time to find the words that are written on the pages of your own heart, the pages of your own soul, the pages of your own mind. After we get to our silent section, when you're finished praying, you can be seated, and when we're all done, when we're all seated, we'll join back together at that point. But we begin together with this meditation on page 164. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. 167 or 60. Baruch atah Adonai, or 166. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chaste Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, L'man Shmo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah, 168, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umido melach melech menit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah lachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. 170 Atah kadosh shimcha kadosh ukadoshim b'chol yom yahaladucha selah Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You continue silently. Page 178. A prayer for peace. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Atah hu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki Atah hu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. We take a moment to think of those who are in need of healing, healing of body and healing of soul, healing of mind and of spirit. We ask for God to bring refuah shlema, complete healing, for Dick Taxman, Sawyer Henderson, David Ben Label, Suri Shaddai Ben Sarah, Batsheva Batspinsa, Lori Wilthelm, Rita Everett, Leandra Dickey, Eric Severson, Gnendel Batsima, Susan Shank, Stanley Sachs, Ruvain Ben Shlomo Mordechai Tzipora, Tommy Elledge, Morris Profeta, Edelman Ben Tzipora, Rivka Brina Bat Evelyn, Trudy Brodsky, Mary McNally, Naomi Talia Batsara, Maxine Wright, Zacharia Aharon Mendel, Bruce Wortlieb, John Polikowski, Leah Bork, Shoshana Bat Ilana, Daphna Bat Chana, Sandy Greenspoon, Yushav Zaza, April Morris, Diane Mitchell, Donald Craftsman, and Izzy Gallagher. If you have any other names, anybody that you'd like to say a blessing for healing for them on this side of the room, if anybody had any names on this side of the room, anyone? Thank you. Any others? Thank you. Any others? On this side of the room, blessings for healing. Anybody, names? In your prayer book, page 371, in the middle of the page, we ask God to bring refuah shlema, complete healing. And may it come as quickly as possible for each and everyone in need. Mi sheberach avoteinu mikor habracha leimoteinu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imoteinu mikor habracha leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. This week is my favorite week of the year for Torah portions. Absolutely not true. This is the week that if there's a bar mitzvah kid or a bat mitzvah kid and they find this portion is like the portion that's like around their birthday, they all come to me, especially their parents, and say, please, can we have a different week? We don't want to read this Torah portion because I'm 13 years old and I don't want to talk about the stuff in the Torah portion, because it starts out by talking about what do you do with a woman and the afterbirth after she gives birth to a son and a daughter, a lovely topic for 13-year-olds to talk about at their bar mitzvah. And then it goes into great stuff like pus and skin disease and rashes and ingrown hairs, all kinds of lovely things that every 13-year-old wants to talk about at her bat mitzvah. It's why they all say, can we please have a different week, not this week, for our B'nai Mitzvah celebration. And it makes it difficult to think of something, as a rabbi, to stand in front of the congregation and say, I'd now like to give you a sermon about the afterbirth. Oh, you don't like that one? Okay, how about instead I give you a sermon about pus and sores? It's also a lovely thing. Like, what do you say when you study this section of the Torah? I mean, it's just all of this stuff. I suppose if you are a dermatologist, this is your favorite Torah portion. But if you're not a dermatologist, probably not. Maybe an OBGYN, I don't know. But if you're not one of those doctors, I'm thinking this is not your favorite Torah portion. And it leaves us with this mystery of it's in the Torah. It's in the book of Leviticus. It's in this section that we read, and we're going to read about it tomorrow morning. It's actually a double portion, Tazria and Mitzorah. And Mitzorah even gets into things like even also additionally exciting things like mold in the walls of your house and mold in your clothing and mold in your cabinets and things like that. It's a lovely section of the Torah that is just it's a heartwarming story, and it just really leads you in this wonderful direction. But it also leads us into say, so why are we reading it? Because what happens with each of these things is that you call upon the high priest, whether it's the woman after childbirth or the person with the skin disease or the section of the tent or the bowl or the whatever it is in your building that has these diseases, and you come to the high priest for the high priest to inspect them. And then there are various methodologies that you need to use to get rid of these things, which lead you to the space of being impure. And we don't want to be tumah, which is the Hebrew word for impure. We want to be tahar, or tahor, which is pure. So we want to get out of a state of impurity because of these various things of impurity from childbirth, from skin diseases, from mold, etc., and find our way into a way of purity. And it's interesting that we come to the high priest. It still doesn't make it all that exciting yet, really. But what happens when the person comes to the high priest? The person who has in Hebrew we call it sara'at. If you read an English language Bible, it will tell you that this word means leprosy. I will tell you, I have no idea what this word means. But I do know that it does not mean leprosy. 100% guarantee all the English Bibles that say this is leprosy, they're wrong. It's not leprosy. What is it? Let's just call it, by the best English translation I have for the word sara'at, which is sara'at. It's the best, just to use the Hebrew word, some sort of skin affliction. And you go to the high priest, and the high priest takes your arm or your leg or wherever the affliction of the spot of this pussy disease on your arm. You all want to have dinner now, don't you? And you have this pussy, gross disease thing with a weird hair growing out of it on your arm or your leg or something. And the priest takes your arm or your leg and inspects it. And if it really is sara'at, the affliction of sara'at, then you're supposed to leave the camp for a few days, and then you go through this purification ritual, and you can come back into the camp. And again, the priest places their hand on your arm and inspects it again and sees if it's gone away. And then you have to do a washing ritual, and then you have to do a sacrifice on the altar ritual so that you can come back in the camp. It's the same thing with the woman after childbirth. There's a certain number of days, 7 days to equal her period, plus another 33 days to equal the number 40. We like that number 40 in the Bible, right? 40 days and nights of Noah and the ark, and 40 years in the desert, etc. Unless it's a girl, then it's 80 days. We can debate the sexism that may or may not be in the Torah about that on another time. But each of these times, the person comes to the high priest and they separate themselves from the community for a little while, and then they come back into the community. And that's the part that I think we're supposed to get when we read this now, in 2026, and not in ancient times. When someone has an affliction, a tzara'at, and since I don't know what the word tzara'at really means, and neither does anybody else, we can just call it some sort of affliction. When a person has an affliction, a physical affliction, a mental affliction, a social affliction, a spiritual affliction, that person often feels separated from the community. Either the people around them ostracize them, or they remove themselves from the community. I was visiting a person in a hospital recently, and the person said to me, "I don't want anyone at the temple to know that I'm here, because if they see me, I'll be embarrassed that I look like this." I said, "But there's people who love you. They want to come visit with you and comfort you and pray that you get better." And the person said, "I know, but I don't want them to see me like this because," well, they didn't use the word, but I would. "I have this tzara'at. I have this affliction, and I'm going to separate myself from the community because of it, because I don't want the community to see me in this way." And yet there's others that we separate from the community in other ways. Some of them were standing on the corner when I got off the freeway at I-25 in Uinta a couple hours ago. They were holding up little signs that were begging for money. And I know that the police in town tell me that many of those folks are intentionally homeless because they want free money for drugs, and we know that that's true. But some of them are not intentionally homeless. Some of them are homeless because of horrible things that happen in their world. And we, who lump them together with all of the rest of the people there because they're the people who stand on the corner by the freeway exit, they don't have a name. They don't have a personality. For all we care, they don't have a soul because they're just that figure standing on the corner. But we as a society ostracize them as well, because of their, whatever it means in English, sara'at, their affliction. We no longer go to the high priest to say, "Can you look at this thing on my arm?" We no longer go to the high priest to say, "Well, I gave birth last Thursday and I'll be separated from the community for this many days as I come through the blood purification ceremonies." And we no longer cut out little sections of our tent and sew in a new section of the tent to get rid of the mold. But we do have people who have a tzara'at, have an affliction of some kind, who separate themselves, or we separate them from our world. And I think this Torah portion comes to tell us that it's okay to be separated from the community because of an affliction. But it's important that each one of us makes ourselves the priest who reaches out to that person, literally, as the priest did, and touches their hand and says, "It's okay that you have this tzara'at, this affliction, whatever it may be. And it's okay that you're separated from the community a little bit to try to get rid of it. But eventually, I, the priest," we should say to ourselves, "I will help you go through the purifications that you need, through the steps that you need to not be separated from the community anymore, because you will get rid of the tzara'at, get rid of whatever this affliction is. and come back and be part of the community. We read some sections of the Torah, and on the surface, they don't seem to make any sense to us today. There's no doctor that I know of who's an OBGYN who will tell a woman, you gave birth, disappear for 40 days. Oh, it was a girl, disappear for 80 days. There's no doctor that says that anymore. There's no doctor who you go to, your dermatologist, and you say, I have this thing on my arm. And they say, excellent. Go build a tent outside the city for a week and come back and see me then. It's not a thing. So if that's what it was at ancient times, how do we read it now? We have to read it and say, well, tzara'at is not something that we can translate today. We don't really know what it means. We just know that it was some kind of affliction that made someone impure and needed to find a pathway back to purity. And that becomes the message for us. When we have those around us who are impure from their tzara'at, from whatever affliction there may be, we should be the ones to say, let me help you walk that pathway of purification, to bring you back into the community, so that you're only separated for that short time, but we will help you heal physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sociologically, so that you can come be a part of the community again. The intention of the inspection of the priest and the bathing rituals and the sacrifices on the altar was to have a pathway to bring those people back into the community. And that's our message that we get in this modern time, to bring those people back in from their afflictions and bring them back into the purity of the rest of our community. As we make our way through the world, may we have the strength and the foresight to do just that. Amen. Page 586, we're going to come to some of the closing prayers of our service. As we look at the bottom of the page, we all rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula l'yotzeh b'reishit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Notei Shamayim ve'Yoser Haaretz, u'Moshav Yikaro b'Shamayim ima'ah, u'Shchinatu zo begovei meromi, Hu Eloheinu ein od, Emet Malkeinu efes ulato, Kakatuv b'Torato, v'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim ima'ah, ve'al ha'aretz, mitachat ein od, the middle of 590. Ki ha'malchut shelcha hu olam timloch b'chavod, kakatuv b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, v'ya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz, bayom ha'hu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, u'shemo echad. We can all be seated. In our yard sites this week, our memorial prayers, we recall the yard sites of Abraham Ganetsky, Donald Shafton, Dora Levine, James Trent, Abraham Fleischer, Daniel Goldstein, Russell Hilton, Susan Green, Andrew Zador, Irving Harris, J.E. Cook, Joe Siegel, Melvin Nadell, Roger Mello, Sylvia Chook, Anna Shea, Faye Thorner, Francis Dobin, Howard Weber, Rose Weisler, Thomas Wood, Archie Lewides, Ellis Hanwitt, Eugene Finkelstein, George Grossman, Michael Fields, Sam Nash, Sam Cohen, Herbert Zolat, Louis Gans, Cheryl Pitchler, Esther Rosenzweig, Herman Harris, and Rabbi Mel Glazer. We turn to page 598 in your Siddur. We ask mourners to rise and those whose custom it is to stand with them. If you have an additional name, you can say that name out loud. The rest of you can remain seated. We turn to page 598 in our Siddur, 598. Yehiyu zichronam levracha, may their memories be always for us a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ba'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye chon uv'yomei chon uv'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mavorach leolam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. We can all be seated. A few announcements before we bring our service to a close. First of all, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. We're happy to have all of you here. For those of you who are visitors and might be unfamiliar with the custom at the end of the service, we'll make a little Kiddush and Motzi. It means blessing over wine and bread in the back. And of course, there's trays of cookies and brownies and other things filled with sugar. So please eat and join us for all of that. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. is our Shabbat morning service. We'll be, as we said before, reading Parashat Tazria Matzorah. Sunday morning, our Boker Tov Sunday Club. We'll have the minyan and breakfast. So join in at 9 o'clock for the minyan, and then breakfast after that, followed by speaker Dr. Roger Martinez. The topic is the Sephardic Jewish migration of the New World during the Spanish Inquisition. So if you're a history buff, you should come and check that out. It'd be kind of cool to hear about Jews moving around the world during the late 1400s. Monday, April 20th, the very next day, safety team training with Pikes Peak Security at 6:30 p.m. here. You can call the office or contact Yvonne Zador for information about that. Beginning on a little bit later that week, on Thursday evening, April 23rd, I have a new class that I'm starting. Kobe's classes on Jewish history and Jewish humor are continuing to go for those of you who are registered in those on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday evening, April 23rd, a 3 Thursdays in a row. The class is called Siddur GPS, How Do I Get From the Prayer Book to God? So if you'd like to understand the Siddur, the prayer book, a little better, or a lot better, I hope, those 3 nights will be a great night for you to come. We're going to go through the whole structure of the Jewish prayer book and how Jewish prayer is put together. So join us again, April 23rd, April 30th, and May 5th, 6th, whatever day that Thursday is in May. I think it's the 5th maybe. A week from Sunday, April 26th, is Mitzvah Day. We need more people to sign up for the thing. So if you've not signed up for Mitzvah Day, you can sign up for Mitzvah Day and join us. All sorts of projects going on, some cleaning up projects in downtown and in some of the riverbeds around town. There's a blood drive on that day. There's some things that are being made for kids in the Children's Hospital, other assorted things that you can participate in. Please go on the website and sign up for that. We are very low on our sign-ups compared to last year, so please get on there. Monday, April 27th, there's going to be a Krav Maga demonstration here at the temple at 6 p.m. For those who don't know what Krav Maga is, we'll explain. Krav Maga is an Israeli martial art and used by the Israeli army for several decades now. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about Israeli martial arts, Krav Maga will happen here, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Other things coming up in the beginning of May. Sunday, May 3rd, is the Celebrate Israel Festival in Denver. About 2,000 Jews celebrating Israel together. If you were with us last year, you know we had a great time. If you were not with us last year, I'm telling you, we had a great time. It's really fantastic. It's a lot of fun. We have a bus. It will leave here 8 o'clock in the morning. I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning. That will take you up I should probably read the notes here. The bus will leave at 7:30 in the morning, not 8. It will be up in Denver to register. You need to register both with Temple Shalom for the bus and with Jewish Colorado so that your name's on the security list up in Denver. It's about 2,000 people are there. It's an amazing thing. Lots of fun. There's this group called Kululam. Kululam it's an interactive music experience. The only way I can explain it is it's interactive, and you should go to Denver on that day so you can see what it is. But lots of music the whole day, all kinds of booths, food booths. There'll be pizza and falafel and drinks and all kinds of things like that. It's really a lot of fun. The bus will leave here at 7:30. It'll return here. I think it gets back here around 2:30 or 3, something like that is when it gets back. It's an amazingly fun morning. You should all sign up and join us for that. The bus, you can't get to Denver more cheaply. It's $5. If you're a Temple member under the age of 18, it's $5 to get on the bus. If you're a Temple member over the age of 18, it is $5 to get on the bus. If you are not a Temple member under the age of 18, it is $5 to take the bus. If you're not a Temple member over 18, it is still $5. You can't go to Denver for $5. You can't take an Uber. You can't take a train because the train hasn't been built yet. And it'll cost you more than $5 in gas to go to Denver. So hop on the bus, come to the Israel Festival with us. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be great. You should be there. Sunday, May 17th is the annual congregational meeting. We need you to come and vote on the new slate of officers. No other really big things. There'll be a presentation on the budget. We'll be introducing our new director of youth education to the congregation that day, and reports from the rabbi, from me, and from the executive director, and from our board president and our board treasurer about all the things you know over the summer. So please join us for that. Check the Temple calendar for other things that are coming up in the near future. The conversion cohort class is jumping back in July, so you can check that out as well. If you know any Temple members who are ill, hospitalized, in need of have suffered a loss, in need of a call from either me or from our Chesed, our caring committee, please let me know, let the office know, so that we can contact those people. Again, please join us at the end in just a moment for Kiddush and Motzi in the back of the room. We're going to end our service turning to page 625. 625 at the bottom of the page. Just the last little stanza of this poem that says, I put my spirit into your hands, O God, when I'm asleep and when I'm awake, and my spirit, my body, and I know that I will be protected. I will have no fear, because you, God, are with me. Beyado afkid ruchi, be'eti shan ve'aira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira. Beyado afkiruchi, eti shan ve'aira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, ve'im ruchi geviati, Adonai velo ira. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us for Kiddush and Motzi in the back of the room. For my UCCS students, grab a little something after we say the blessings, and we'll grab a table, and we'll have class. Since your professor told me I'm your new professor for the night. So there you go. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We'll see you in the back for Kiddush and Motzi.